Here's the thing about indie publishing. For every absolute gem of a book that will blow your mind, there are about 50 others that look like they escaped from someone's high school Word document. Straight to Kindle Direct. No editing, no proofreading, sometimes no shame. And before anyone gets mad, let me say this. Yes, everybody has the right to tell their story. Doesn't mean you have to publish it. In fact, for some of you, please don't. For the love of literature, simple. Traditional publishing has all these gatekeepers, agents, editors, marketing teams, people's whose job is to say maybe don't release this half-finished vampire, werewolf, mermaid fan fiction into the world just yet. Indie publishing doesn't have that, which sounds great, right? Freedom, power to the people, viva la revolution. But here's a dirty little secret. In indie publishing, the community has become the gatekeepers. Readers are the ones shifting through the garbage heap, and now there's a lot of garbage. I'm talking typos on the first page, someone's NaNoWriMo project they wrote in 30 days and published, covers that look like they were made in Microsoft Paint, and plots that make fanfiction.net circa 2003 look like War and Peace. Simple. The first thing people see isn't your beautiful, polished novel with professional cover and actual proofreading and editing. No. What they see is a tidal wave of shovelware. The rushed first drafts, I just learnt about Kindle Direct last week, here's my 500-page novel with no punctuation crowd. And here's the thing, first impressions matter. If you're new to indie books and you type something into Amazon, what do you see? A wall of clip art dragons, shirtless men with glowing tattoos, and titles that read like spam emails. You pick one, give it a shot, it's bad. Now your brain says indie books are trash, never again. It's the equivalent of walking into a restaurant, ordering food, and the first place you get is a half-frozen microwave meal. Are you really going to stick around and try the next one? Probably not, let's be honest. And this is where I'm going to sound mean, but I think it has to be said. A lot of people hit publish way too soon. First drafts, published. NaNoWriMo projects from last year, published. Tweaking fanfiction, published. The fanfic I wrote in my sleep last Thursday, published with the names changed. It's like people forget that publishing a book is supposed to mean you've actually, I don't know, finished the book, edited it, polished it, maybe even had another human look at it before throwing it on Amazon for $2.99 and begging strangers for reviews. And when you skip all of that, you're not just hurting yourself, you're making it harder for every single other indie author who put time and effort and work into their project. Because now the average reader thinks that we're all pumping out unedited Word docs with bad formatting. And honestly, that's why the indie scene gets such a bad rep. It's not that brilliant authors who spend years honing their craft, investing in editors, designing actual professional covers. It's the sea of poorly formatted, badly written crap clogging up the shelves. That's what people see first. That's the front door. You walk straight in and it's there. So of course the average reader thinks indie publishing equals garbage, and you can't really blame them. You can't. Simple. Okay. I can already hear someone in the comments, but I published my debut in 2 weeks and it was amazing. Sure it is, champ, sure it is. Let me read it. So here's the silver lining. If you do take the time to dig, if you find authors who actually care, the ones who put effort in, you stumble across some amazing gold. Stories that wouldn't exist in traditional publishing was the only route. Risks that no big publisher would take. Passion projects that are weird, wonderful, and genuinely brilliant. And some of them I've reviewed here and on my Substack. Shameless plug. Go back a little while, check out some recent video reviews. I've read indie books that blew me away. Stuff that stuck with me long after I finished the book. That reminds me of why I love reading. But God, you're going to have to shovel through a lot of glowing-eyed shirtless werewolves and time-traveling dragon CEOs to get there. Now, imagine just being an average reader. You're not on BookTube, you're not on Reddit threads swapping recommendations. You go on Amazon at 11 PM at night looking for something new and stumble on an indie book that looks okay, You download it, and yikes. That one bad experience is enough to make you swear off indie entirely. That's the real tragedy here, because while indie publishing has democratized storytelling, it's also buried the gems under a mountain of junk, shovelware, piss poor novels. So, what's my spicy take? Yes, indie publishing is freedom, but freedom comes with responsibility. Just because you can publish your first draft doesn't mean you should. If you genuinely care about your story and you actually want readers to enjoy it, then do the work, edit it, polish it, make it something worth putting your name on, not something people will laugh at. Because believe me, there are plenty of places where people laugh at your terrible indie books. Because here's the reality. The stigma around indie publishing is 100% earned. It didn't come out of nowhere, and the only way it's going to go away is if more indie authors start treating publishing with the respect that it deserves and your work with the respect that it deserves. So yeah, indie publishing is incredible, but it's also a minefield. You've got freedom, but you've also got chaos. You've got masterpieces, and you also get whatever that thing it was with the vampire, mermaid, time travel love triangle. The problem isn't the indie books can't be great. That's not a problem. It's the sheer volume of trash makes it way too easy for people to dismiss the whole thing. And until we deal with that, the stigma around indie publishing is going to stick. Anyway, what do you think? Have you ever dug through the Kindle slush pile and actually found something amazing? Or did you give up after a page of her Forbidden Alpha Dragon CEO mate and never look back? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you've got an indie gem in the recommendations, share it, because we're gonna go dig through that garbage heap. We might as well help each other find some gold, right? So if you like this content, remember to like and subscribe. My name is Darv James, and this is the Board Book Geek Podcast. Don't forget comments, but also, if you want to support this weird little corner of the internet, you can check out my Substack, Patreon, and YouTube channel memberships for exclusive content you'll never get anywhere else, plus early access. And let's talk about this.